and I wanted to talk about vulnerability. This is a bigger word which is like going around all over the place. And when I talk about vulnerability, I want to show you something that a client of mine, he saw my first videos and he's like, oh no, you gotta do this different. So he organized me. Where is this? Yeah, he organized me this tripod and a microphone. Okay, I'm not so good at showing this right now, and I'm very excited. But I would have to like study this right now too, and I would have to like charge the batteries and all these things. So I'm not gonna do this. But I wanted to hook up with you again. I wanted to say hi. I wanted to tell you how much I appreciate you all. Like, people have been texting me, people have been commenting, and it's been just so beautiful and so fine. You have no idea. And I wanted to share a little bit about vulnerability, this bigger word, which is floating around and which makes such a difference when we're talking about relationships and when we're talking about the processes we're going through. When we're talking about being honest with each other and opening ourselves to each other, and especially in this entire process of starting the video accounts, and I decided to do this, if you remember, the YouTube channel, while I was basically with the flu still, discovering that I had made this decision 4 years earlier and had made a photo when I came out of the flu again, that very same day when I wanted to show the photo. Do you remember that? And it was something for me that when I was going into like a weekend coaching these days, sorry, my voice is still a little bit. Somebody said it doesn't have to be perfect and you shouldn't try to make it perfect. And like throw out 100 videos first and then we're talking, okay? And then to get good at it and not trying to be first good and then to do the thing. And this goes for me in the same direction because I realized at that point that I was trying to be like putting up an image, you know, which maybe isn't so much me, you know, which maybe is more like an image you would want to put out in the world and appear professional and be all perfect, and that in the end everybody gives you the thumb up. Of course you want this thumb up, no question. But I also wanted to be real, and it gave me so much comfort, this idea of trying to be vulnerable and not being perfect, you know, and showing everything I have, let's put it like this, you know, what, in a sense of what I don't have, right? And it was so sweet to see how people would talk to me and how people would give me recommendations. They're all like, oh, it's cool, yeah, you're brave to come up on the videos, you know, and they would then they would like recommend me how I can do things better. And I loved that people were all taking care of me, you know. And I wanted to share this with this idea of vulnerability, which is like around in my head for a long time because it is so key right now when we're talking relationship practices and when we're talking about getting, well, honest, getting real, getting, the word is in reality, getting vulnerable. We need to get open. We need to let fall our masks and be more real, be honest, be open to critique, you know, be open that they hurt us. That's vulnerability, that they can hurt us, okay? But even if they do, there's so much I can learn from this, and I can protect myself with even afterwards, you know, after being hurt, after having been hurt. And there's so much more gain in it when we allow ourselves to get vulnerable to somebody can put the finger in the wound, you know, where we're not perfect, where we're not enough, where we're not whatever. Look at all these profiles on Instagram or on Facebook or on YouTube channel. I love to see all the professionality they're exposing, but there's something which is sometimes not so much real about them. Sometimes when I think, would I have to go and look for advice by those people, I would say no, I wouldn't ask them for advice. There would be maybe so much more of, there's the word again, facade, yeah, fachada in Español. So much more facade about them, like so many walls and so much having to be perfect and wanting to be perfect. And I don't want to appear perfect. I don't want to be perfect because I'm in a constant process of being made and being done one and another time, again and again. I always say God does me every day new, you know, to be happy, to be vulnerable, because I know He can fill this. I know He can fix this, you know. I know He can make this beautiful afterwards again, everything what I was maybe missing out on. And I just love to be around here, to show you around in the house, to have this idea that you would be like a part of me here, and and to really invite you. I often have clients and then they want to come and check the entire house, you know, having like a part of it for clients. And it makes it so much more accessible ourselves to them, and they can like see who and feel who we are as people who are advising them, who are coaching them. And I just love this entire idea, you know, of being here and being all with you and all in my privacy and all like showing you around. And I just like to do this, you know. And I know it's not perfect, and I don't have to be perfect, and I think you don't have to neither. If you want to do your project, if you want to get things going, if you think you have a message to give to whomever this is, don't wait until you're perfect, you know. Stay vulnerable, stay that they can hurt you. But who can hurt you if you don't have an idea of you which is like way higher than who you really are? So if we get into this reality of thinking we are not perfect, we are in a constant being made, then there is no pain to it, you know, to show ourselves and to be there and to admit that I can learn so much from you, you know, and to allow the other person. I was talking about this the other day in a video about letting myself, be vulnerable and allow this person, if the person wants to hurt me or wants to criticize me or wants to give a negative report, to let this person be there, do this, because the person can't do anything to me, right? If this affects me, then I know I need to work on something, okay? And of course, it's not okay to get like negative comments, like in a way that you would say, no, I don't want it. I can block this person. I can, tell this person to, do their stuff somewhere else. This is always inside of my freedom. But showing vulnerability, not trying to be perfect in a world where Instagram is big and where social profiles are big and where we are posting being almost perfect, just the beautiful moments while we're having our struggles, while we're fighting through processes, while we're having our ideas about our visions and having our vision boards, how we visualize ourselves. and not knowing right now if we get right there, you know, when we're just visualizing, we're just on the make, and there's so much insecurity in between until we're suddenly there, and we will be there, you know. And this is the most beautiful part, you know, to go through, because once you're there, it is irrelevant. It has become irrelevant because it has become a part of you, right? So I just want to encourage you to keep visualizing yourselves, keep dreaming, keep working actively towards your goals. And if it is not perfect on the way, don't you worry. Christina didn't do it either perfect, okay? But this is the only way to start. This is the only way to go through. I remember I was founding in Costa Rica a foundation to be able to give inner healing in vulnerable communities. And somebody said, but how did you do this? So how did you make it? And I was like, I was just going to the communities and I was like offering it, you know. And people back then, they were like, oh, how did you do this? So what did you say, kind of, you know? And I was like, no, I didn't have to say nothing. I had just this intention, and I had the firm decision to do this, and that this is a really good thing to do, and that I want to do it. And I showed up. Yeah, tough stuff, huh? It's different to show up on the internet, to get out there, and you can do it too. Whatever you propose yourself, whatever you feel called to be, you can do it. You know, you can start, and from then on you keep on developing it, you keep on perfectionating it, and you keep on growing with it. It doesn't have to be perfect while you're starting it out, you know. It's not necessary. So I just wanted to say hi. There's my little setup again. I wanted you to know me a little bit better, talking about vulnerability, staying vulnerable. This means I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to try to be perfect, and especially not before I start. Okay? I love you, folks. You can give me a thumb up. You can give me hit the subscription button to get notified, and I'd love to have you there. You can leave comments down there and stay interacted, and there's also an email address and my Instagram profile for you to check that out. Has just started, but I'm on and I'm determined to do it, and I love to do it because it's for you, and I love the feedback. All right, God bless you, and have a beautiful day like it is here in St. Louis with all this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful sun. God bless you.